Cruz. Senator, thank you very much for joining us.
Tom, good morning. It's great to be back with you.
Well, Senator, coming out of what's happened the last couple of weekends, man, we ought to have all these elections on weekends, and you'd be doing very well in Colorado, Wyoming. It seems to me it's not just hard work and detail, but it's also you're building coalition, you're building unity, you're building a grassroots here.
Well, that's exactly right. We're seeing the Republican Party unite and coming together behind our campaign. Prior to the New York result where Donald won his home state, 5 states in a row had voted, and we won landslides in all 5. It started with Utah, then North Dakota, then Wisconsin, then Colorado, then Wyoming. 5 landslides in a row. 1.3 million people voted in those 5 states. And I think the reason is, Tom, that people want to support a positive, optimistic, forward-looking conservative agenda with real solutions to bringing jobs back to America, to helping small businesses expand, to raising wages, and to defending the Constitution and Bill of Rights. And that is why we're seeing so many Republicans unite behind our campaign.
Well, sadly, some of my colleagues, I know these guys as you do, I like them personally, but Fox News Channel, a couple shows there, It started out, Senator, where you were going back and forth, as I could tell about. He's on a lot more appearances with the shows. Now, though, it's devolved. The guy that I really liked the other night, taking you on this issue, there's something unethical or unfair with so-called voterless elections. It shocked me to see that.
Well, and it's also, they know it's not true. So, look, Donald doesn't handle losing well. And when he loses, he cries and he screams and he whines and he curses and he insults everybody. So when Donald lost 5 states in a row, in landslide elections, that's when they began making up this nonsense about voterless elections. 1.3 million people voted in those 5 states. More people voted in those 5 states than voted in the New York primary. And in fact, although you'd never see this on Fox News, but I won more votes in Wisconsin than Donald Trump won in New York.
So, Senator, I'm in agreement with you. Here's what I'm asking. What do you make of this, though? I mean, you've always had a pretty good reception there. Well, with one show, maybe not, but others, though, Sean's a guy that wants a limited government guy to win and become president. I know that. What the heck is going on with this whole deal here, where on what should be a home court for a constitutional conservative, there are problems?
Well, listen, Fox News has got to decide what they want to air and what stories they want to tell. I'm not going to worry about who they're rooting for and what surrogates they put on and what messages they put. Mm-hmm. I'm going to focus on my own positive message, on campaigning on the ground. I will say, Dom, it is fairly stunning. In the last 2 days, Donald Trump has made clear to everyone, anyone who calls himself a conservative and is cheerleading for Donald Trump, should listen very carefully to the last 48 hours, because Donald has told us repeatedly that he's lying to us. So Donald yesterday went on the Today Show, and he came out and agreed with Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton that grown men should be able to go into little girls' bathrooms. He told us a couple of months ago he could become the most politically correct person in the world. We're seeing that today as he's siding for letting adult men, strangers, be alone in a bathroom with little girls. Listen, Dom, I'm the father of 2 daughters. Mm-hmm. That is a very bad idea. At the same time, Donald also came out and said he supports raising taxes. And that's the same deal with Hillary and Obama. At the same time, Donald sent his campaign manager down to meet with the RNC official, and his campaign manager said, don't worry, everything Donald said about building a wall, about illegal immigration, it's all an act. He doesn't mean it. He doesn't believe it. He's just saying this to fool gullible voters. He's telling us he's lying us. And I'll tell you one other thing. His campaign manager is now a big-time Washington lobbyist. They brought in tons of Washington lobbyists. This has become the Washington campaign. And if you're fed up with politicians who lie to us and go to Washington and become liberals, Donald is telling us he wants to raise taxes, and he is the same politically correct New York liberal that